as we go along. How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? This is the first episode of interviewing real people with real lives. And what is it? You usually hear people that are being interviewed on TV, celebrities, sports stars. But what about real people? Right now we have Joe. Joe is, if you can see, Joe is an artist. And if you can see her art, she's going to talk to us a little bit about her art. I am Santiago Acosta, and this is my show, interviewing real people with real lives. And Joe, can you tell us a little bit about your art right here, Joe?
Well, this is a project that it's called Forever Bloom. Mm-hmm. And I was asked by Discovery Green to put this project up. This was originally a project that was here before Discovery Green existed.
Okay.
And there was a historical house just down the street from George R. Brown. And I did these parasols, and what they are is they're actually brain scans. And I went to the medical library and I made photocopies of the brain scans, and then I went into them and hand colored them with just colored pencils.
Oh, that's
And then
great.
I blew them up and then worked on them in Photoshop, sort of creating these sort of designs for the parasols. And then they were digitally printed, and then the Houston Ballet constructed the parasols, and then originally there were 120 of them, and they were covered the facade of the house that was down there. Was an old historical house that used to be in this neighborhood. So on the anniversary for Discovery Green, the 15th anniversary, they asked me to sort of evolve the project.
Okay.
And so I did the new image that's on top, which integrates the parasol, images of the parasol, and text about how they used to communicate feelings in the beginning of the 20th century.
So all that over there, Joe, you did it in Photoshop, all that?
Yes.
Wow,
So
that's awesome.
all of the brain scan, and then that's the parasol, the parasol pattern that I eventually came up with. And then the text is text that I appropriated from, this was a turn of the century poem to the left that all talks about the language of flowers, which is how people kind of communicated at the beginning of the century because of propriety and conservativeness. And then as things have evolved, I used the brain scans because we are able to map things in the brain, and I was using it as a metaphor for being able to see into the brain and see our different emotions that are now sort of expressed in social media and by in a much more open fashion. And then now we have even moved on to the idea of AI is just taking off, and what the things that are going on with AI. So it's this sort of evolution of expressing feelings and how we converse and how we communicate with each other.
That is great. That is great. And you were telling me also that to supplement your income, you take care of animals.
Yes, so
What kind
I'm
of
an
animals?
artist, so I take care of animals. It runs the gambit from dogs to cats to chickens to rabbits to guinea pigs. People have all sorts of pets in Houston, and when they go away, they need someone to take care of them and that they feel safe with to take care of their animals. So that's what I do.
That's great. That's great. Do you actually breed them or just not really? Okay,
no.
just take care of
I
them.
have a dog and a cat and a son.
Okay.
And no, so I just go to the different places and take care of them when their owners are away or on vacation.
What kind of other art do you do? Are you like more of a, do you draw? Do you?
I'm an installation artist. So what I do is I go to sort of where I prefer to work are sort of quote unquote untraditional art spaces.
Okay.
And so I've done projects in many different places. Kind of a strange place that I did one was at the decommissioned air traffic control tower up at Intercontinental Airport. And so when they built the new air traffic control tower, there was one that is still on site, but there's no electricity, there's nothing there. And so I worked with the public art director who was there, Tommy Gregory, who has now moved to Seattle. And I created this project up at the top of the tower, but there was no electricity, there was no power, and so it was a pretty hot and physical endeavor.
There you go. Hey, listen, if anybody wants to go to now, whoever's watching this, and maybe they want to go and hire you for some jobs, or they want to go and say, you know, we really want her to do something with this, since you say you're an installation artist. I never heard of that. Hey, maybe somebody wants to go and hire you up there. Is there, you want to tell them, or you want to go and just, do you have a website?
I do have a website.
Okay, why don't you tell them about your website?
It's my website is joefleischauer.com.
There you go.
And do you want me to spell it? It's a very
Yeah,
long.
yeah,
essay.
yeah.
It's
Spell it so that way they know how to get to it.
J-O, F is in Frank, L-E-I, S is in Sam, C, 2 H's, A-U-E-R.com. It's a long German name.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine. Well, it was a pleasure interviewing you. Thank you for helping me with this.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
Interviewing, real people with real lives, and you have a very interesting life. Is there
you.
any wisdom you want to impart on the world now that they hear you right here? Anything that you would like to, maybe as an artist, you say, you know what? You guys, I thought about this, or I thought about that. Is there anything you want to leave us with?
Oh, no, you have me on the spot.
Come on, Joe.
I don't know. I guess being down here and doing this work, it's nice to see how many people come down to this park and just sort of enjoy it. And it seems to be a real people park, which is really quite lovely.
And we are in Discovery Green Park, right?
Exactly.
Okay, great. Downtown Houston. And so are you originally from Houston?
No, I'm originally from New York.
Okay, good.
But I've been